Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another video, and this is going to be the first album review that I do on my laptop. And so, hopefully, by doing it this way, I'm able to make videos that are longer than 15 minutes. Uh, I'm not saying that's going to be the case for all the videos that I make in the future, but this is just something that I'm trying out. But anyway, like I said, today I'm going to be doing an album review. And as you guys know, I've been getting into a lot of classic metal and grunge and all that stuff lately. And, if it wasn't for Zach D, which I know it seems like I give him a shout out in almost every one of my videos, but he really is the reason why I've gotten into classic metal lately. And I truly am appreciative for that. And today is going to be a classic album review. Now, I don't have excuse me. Now my voice is trying to crack. I don't have the very first album from these guys, but I do have. I think this is actually their third, second or third album, if I'm not mistaken. And the band is Iron Maiden, and the album is The Number of the Beast. Now, I haven't listened to all of Iron Maiden's stuff yet, but I've heard that this is one of their most successful albums. And after listening to it in full, I can certainly understand why. Um, Now, some of you guys may not know this, but back in the day, you didn't have albums that had 10, 11, 12, 13, sometimes 14 songs on it like you get today. In fact, this album, a lot of these classic albums only have 8 to 9 albums, only have 8 to 9 songs on them. So, with that being said, I think I'm going to go through every single song this time instead of just going through my usual ones that I like I did in my previous reviews. I'm going to go through all the songs. Number 1 is Invaders. 2 is Children of the Damned. 3 is The Prisoner. Number 4 is 22 Acacia Avenue. Number 5 is The Number of the Beast, which is the title track. Number 6 is Run to the Hills. Number 7 is Gangland. And number 8 is Hallowed Be Thy Name. Now, starting off with number 1, Invaders, I think that this is a really great way to open the album. It really packs a punch the moment that opening riff hits. And it's definitely one of the more memorable songs on the album. It's just something that I really like about this album in particular is Bruce Dickinson's vocals. And for those of you who may not know, that Bruce Dickinson is the lead singer for Iron Maiden. And, his voice, in my opinion, really stands out. Yeah, that's all I can really say. It stands out. And what I also like about Invaders is that cool chorus that they have. It sounds really, I don't know, it just sounds really cool the way Bruce Dickinson says, Invaders, and stuff like that. I know that's probably the most cringe-worthy moment of this video so far, but yeah, Invaders is a really hard-hitting way to start off the album. It's really energetic. It's very fun, fast-paced. Definitely a hard-hitting way to open. And track number 2, we have Children of the Damned. Now, from what I remember, this kind of slows things down a little bit. But this is another really great song that I highly recommend if you're new to Iron Maiden. It's just really good. It's very well constructed, very well written. And as you guys know, I focus on lyrics more than anything else. But Yeah, the lyrics for all of these songs are very well written. I'm looking at the lyric book right here. It's really cool. It's got a picture of the band and whatnot on the back. It's got all the lyrics. Nothing fancy. Just a bunch of lyrics. But yeah, "Children of the Damned" is a really cool song. I definitely like it for the instrumentation. I give. I mean, everyone does a good part in this whole album. Definitely give Dave Murray, Adrian Smith, and company a lot of credit because it's because of these guys that we kind of have music like this. Now I know there's a debate going on that Black Sabbath was actually the first metal band back in the '70s. Not for nothing. I can understand that, but you know, if it wasn't for not only Black Sabbath but bands like Iron Maiden and Megadeth, Metallica, and I'm sure there's more I'm missing. Maybe Judas Priest. If it wasn't for all of those bands, we wouldn't have the music that we know and love today. But anyway, "Children of the Damned" is a really good song. Definitely has a lot of catchy moments in it. It's got a lot of great riffs. And Bruce Dickinson's voice really soars, and you can really feel the emotion, especially when he sings "Children of the Damned" in the chorus. The chorus is usually going to be my favorite part of any song just because I like the hookiness and the catchiness of it. So yeah, "Children of the Damned" is a really great song. Number 3 is "The Prisoner." Now this is actually tied for my top song on the whole album. It has a really cool intro. It doesn't start off with any music. It starts off with a monologue or an interlude, so to speak. And it's of this prisoner being asked questions like, who are you, and stuff like that. And after that happens for the first couple of seconds, well, actually, it takes longer than that, but after that is when the song really gets going, and once again, it's another good, hard-hitting song. Definitely tied for my favorite just because of that little interlude at the beginning. That's probably one of my favorite parts of the whole song. And once again, the chorus is what really stands out to me on this one as well. With the lyrics, "I'm not a prisoner, I'm a free man, and my blood is my own now. Don't care where the past was, I know where I'm going out." Just really sticks out to me. So, yeah, "The Prisoner" is definitely another one that I would recommend. Okay, track number 4 is 22 Acacia Avenue. Now, this is my other tie for my favorite song on the album. And apparently this song is based off of Charlotte the Harlot. Now, you guys are going to have to clue me in because I've actually never heard of that before. Never heard of her before. But I definitely, it kind of sounds to me like it's about well, I think we all know what harlot means, but yeah, it's definitely telling the story of a girl who is, it's basically a prostitute. I'm guessing by looking at the lyrics. Yeah, she's definitely a woman who likes to please men. That's what the song is about. But it has a really cool vibe to it. It's got this, once again, it's got great instrumentation, great guitar work from everybody, great vocal performance by Bruce Dickinson. I think this is one of his best vocal performances on this whole album. That's just my opinion. But yeah, it's definitely good stuff. Okay, next, track number 5, we have the title track, which is The Number of the Beast. Now, this is actually my third favorite from the album. You know, you guys may be surprised at that. You probably figured that this was actually going to be my favorite, but no, this is my third favorite from the album. And I have nothing but good things to say about The Number of the Beast. Once again, it doesn't start off with music right away. It starts off with another cool little interlude where it has this creepy man's voice talking about, you know, people who should summon the number of the beast and how the number is 666. And he just says it. He says the opening monologue in like a really cool way. You'll just have to listen to it for yourself. But once again, this one doesn't start off as hard hitting as the other songs do. It starts off with a cool little simple guitar riff, and Bruce Dickinson's vocals are actually kind of soft to start out, but it definitely doesn't stay that way for long. And once again, the chorus, you know, these choruses, they're very catchy, very melodic, very very hard hitting. I'm starting to notice a pattern here. But yeah, Number of the Beast is another really great song, and I think that you know, this is one of their best songs that they've ever done. And it's definitely one of the most memorable that they've ever done. But yeah, another really great song. Can't go wrong with it. Okay, track number 6, Run to the Hills. Now, I'm going to be completely honest here. I don't remember much about Run to the Hills. I have listened to this album a couple of times. I would say probably 4 or 5 times. And these next 2 songs, Run to the Hills and track number 7, Gangland, I don't really remember much about these songs, to be honest with you. And that's not to say that I think they're bad. I don't think they're bad at all. It's just, you know, you get listening to a bunch of different stuff, and sometimes you forget what you hear and you forget what it was about and stuff like that. I have that problem a lot when I listen to music. I'll get to a song and I'll completely blank about everything. But from what I can remember, Run to the Hills and Gangland are both really good. I mean, they're not my favorites, and maybe that's why they're not as memorable to me, because these would probably be my 2 least favorites on the album, but they're still good in their own way. And I wish I could say more about them, but the truth is I can't, because I don't remember much. Okay, and now we come to the last album. I don't know why I keep saying album. The last song on the album, track number 8, Hallowed Be Thy Name. And you talk about a great way to close out an album. This is, I think, obviously I think this is the longest song on the album. And that's something that these bands were known for, having really long songs. And Hallowed Be Thy Name is, like I said, a great way to close it. Very, very great guitar work. I mean, the riffs, not only on this song, but throughout the whole album, the riffs are so memorable that they stick with you every time you hear it. And it's like you can, not only can you obviously, well, hear it, but it's like you can feel it in your soul every time you listen to it. And I can definitely understand why these guys, these musicians, are some of the greatest. You know, it makes me feel bad for not appreciating music like this a few months ago. Because if I was still who I was musically in my musical journey a couple of months ago, I would have never have been into stuff like this. I would still be in my own little metalcore, hard rock world, but thankfully I'm out of that now, and I can appreciate this awesomeness for what it is. Awesomeness. Yeah, hallowed be thy name. Sorry to go off on so many tangents here, but yeah, this is definitely a great way to end the album. Definitely. Uh, like I said, it's the longest song on the album, so if you guys don't like long songs, like over 4 or 5 minutes, you probably won't like it. But I think that you'll be so enthralled by the riffage and the drumming and everything that you won't even notice that it took like 8 or 9 minutes. I honestly don't know how long the song is. I think it's like 8 or 9 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely a great album closer, and it's just a great album overall, with the exception of, like I said, Run to the Hills and Gangland. Those are the only two songs on the album I don't like, or that I don't care for that much. But yeah, overall, what would I give The Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden? I would give this album an 8 out of 10. Definitely a very strong album, all the way through. Uh, and as always, it's going to have songs on it that you like more than others. I know there's only 8 songs, but my top 3 are, like I said, The Prisoner, 22 Acacia Avenue, and The Number of the Beast. And luckily for me, they're together in that order on the track listing, so it works out for me. But yeah, guys, like I said, I give it a really strong 8 out of 10. Really good Iron Maiden album, and I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. I don't think that you will be disappointed at all. I know I wasn't. Anyway, guys, I think this is going to wrap up this review. Tell me if you guys like this album. Tell me what you think. What album do you think I should review next? And as always, leave a comment down below. Tell your friends about me. Subscribe to my channel. And as always, guys, I will see you guys next time. Take care.